All right, there we go. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a great Tuesday. Sorry for a little bit of a hiatus here. I had a bunch of problems break out all at the same time, and it all kind of manifested with, oh, sorry, Loki's over here. Let's give Loki a treat. Basically, my car broke down, but the brakes needed fixing. A bunch of stuff I didn't know needed fixing. So basically, I've been like busy getting all that done. I'm getting my car detailed tomorrow. Did shopping with my grandmother for Thanksgiving. I was doing a bunch of stuff here. So I'm going to be back. I will be streaming today. I will be streaming tomorrow. I will stream Thanksgiving morning, mid-afternoon. But in the afternoon, I'm going to be having Thanksgiving, obviously, with my family. And then come Thursday night, I'll be at the cigar lounge with my cigar family having a secondary dinner. I don't know if I'm going to have another dinner, but I'll at least say hi to people and smoke some cigars and have a good time, right? So, happy to see all of you guys here. Hey, the real MILF Hunter, I know that name by now. Villaret, happy to see you as well. I think there may be more of a dip. Hey, I'm thinking you're probably right here. We'll see what happens. But, again, we stopped at that support level that we had been talking about. Is that old level of resistance, the 90,900 level. And we'll be talking about that a little bit more because we've had a little bit of a bounce. We could have some magic here, but it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work here. And hey, Mo, happy to see you, my man. King, happy to see you as well. And Larry, Kramer just said that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe even some others is over a spot in your portfolio. Oh, man. He's not good at technical analysis. I don't know what Kramer's good at, but yeah, he's a little bit of a weird guy. And hey, E-Trev, happy to see you back, my man. And hey, Akawini, hopefully I said that properly. Happy to see you here as well. I got some tea by myself. I got some ice water, so we should be good for another hour or so. Because I do want to break down some technical analysis. Then from there, I think it's probably best if we go over here to coinmarketcap.com. Start off with that. A little bit of news here as far as Cointelegraph about the dip that we saw, some of the news behind it. I don't need anything from YouTube, and we'll go through Bitcoin here as far as X is concerned. So one last teeny treat for Loki here, so he seems like he's appreciated. Yes, sirree. Oh, look at you. He's over here acting like, is that the only treat you can give me? Like it's not his third treat. It's empty. Here you go. Here you go. Nothing there, I know. I was just going to sit here and beg, but it's okay. So, happy to see all of you guys here, and let's get started here. And hey, Jumbo Sauce, excuse me, and Knockstars TV. So as far as dips to buy, if you guys know me by now, I'm a dollar cost averaging type of guy. This is not some type of day trade or swing trading like that. This is just going into that larger cycle that we've been playing in. It usually works out pretty well, but you kind of have to be consistent with the dollar cost averaging. So if you guys are not a fan of dollar cost averaging, you guys don't have to buy right now. You guys don't have to buy any of the dips. You could try to time it a little bit more, I guess, if you want to. But yeah, everybody has their own style. I'd prefer just to buy when I can. That way, whenever it pumps, I'll be looking back and like, that wasn't a bad price after all. Something like that. Or like, I told you guys how I had that price target for the trade back over here from 75,000 back up to 98,000. I told you guys like 98,000 was I was scaling out some of my trades. Well, 98,000 right here, right? It's not bad in hindsight, but if I were to wait like a few more months, I mean, Bitcoin could be up at 114,000 bucks, and it's like, maybe I was a fool to sell that early. But, I just wanted to take those profits. Who knows how long this rally is going to last here. But as far as the technicals are concerned, guys, we do have a few things to be happy about. The momentum on the weekly chart is still staying strong. Usually when we start to die down, we saw this one right here. We ended up coming back down a little bit more. This one over here, we ended up coming down and going flat for a while. Back over here, we kind of went flat afterwards before having that larger dip. But overall, guys, I'm not like totally concerned. My big issue right now is, can Bitcoin hold this old level of resistance that's now turned into a level of support, that 90,900? If we're able to do that, we may just consolidate and have a larger pump next week. And I think this is pretty common if we go back over here towards 2021, stuff like that. Let me go to the Tether one so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see the Coinbase one. You see how we just had very negative weeks and we kept on pumping up here. A couple bad weeks, we kept on pumping up there. It's not something that's new to us, but I think what's happening right now is a bunch of people bought Bitcoin for the first time around like 97,000, 98,000, 99,000, and then they're all of a sudden like, oh shit, we're back down. Oh, it's that type of stuff. So I feel like that's some of the stuff going on right now. Here's an example back in 2019. We had a big dip, then we just started powering back up. You know, I'm not overly concerned with this, but I will say, like I do a lot here, if you guys are like, oh my god, when should I buy, when should I buy, when should I buy Bitcoin, I'll make a separate video for you guys on that one. But the way I'll typically look at this again is the daily chart is now negative on the MACD, stochastic, and RSI. I don't feel the need to go too crazy into this, right? The last few times we went negative, nothing really crazy happened because the weekly chart's been so bullish. Like right there, nothing happened. Right here, nothing really happened. Just a little bit of bearish activity, but it's not terrible, right? So what I'm looking for here is a few things. I want to see what the pattern is at the top. So over the next few days, we are going to make a pattern, whether we drop down back down below the 20-day moving average, which could be bad because that brings us down to like $87,000 or so, whether we bounce, whatever. But we are going to make a pattern here, and I'm going to try to trade that breakout when momentum shifts, because if we do break out again, we should have a pretty large pop up towards 104,000, maybe at max up here around $109,000. So 4-hour chart, still negative as right now. We talked about this, a little bit of a signal back on Friday. Not looking too good, not looking too good. Coming down, bouncing off of that Fibonacci level almost exactly, and we're still kind of figuring out what exactly we want to do. Death crosses don't matter too much on the last 4-hour chart just over the past few weeks. Again, when the weekly chart's momentum, it makes it a lot easier to try to like not panic. However, once this starts to turn more bullish, I think there'd be a case to be made for doing something of a day trade or a short-term swing. So for instance, if you guys could see right now this, it almost looks like we're about to have a golden cross, or not golden cross, we're about to have a bullish change for the MACD. If you guys didn't want to buy right now, I'd probably say go over to the 1-hour chart, open up a position right now, have your stop loss be around 91,549, and have your level of resistance or your target price up here towards 95,000 bucks. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin can do something like that. Again, it's going to take some time. You can see some of these levels of resistance and things like that, but there's the trade if you guys want to go long right now. Otherwise, you guys are basically just waiting and kind of holding on for another opportunity for maybe a short, or just buying another dip here to see maybe we're not going to have the reversal here, but we're going to have the reversal, you know, 1 or 2 days from now. As a betting man myself, I'd probably just buy right now. But again, it's like a high risk position where I'm only going to risk, if I can pull up the long short here. Right, it's like a 2.5 ratio, or if you wanted to see something even larger, I suppose you can go a little bit higher up here towards, what is that, 96,432. But those ratios are perfectly fine for me to take an opportune bet here. Momentum isn't there, so it's a little more risky, but it's definitely a trade I'd look at least if you guys have some free time. Now, as far as the rest of the market, Dow Jones is up today, NASDAQ is up today, and the SPY is up today. Stock market's still doing well. Bitcoin, of course, not doing so hot. Excuse me. Before we get over here to all the altcoins and stuff, though, I do want to just talk about everything else as far as coinmarketcap.com. Then we can go into more technical analysis and stuff like that. Over the last 24 hours, there have been a few tokens that have had some pretty big pops after those larger moves down. But here, Zcash up 18%, Phantom up 17%, Algorand 14%, Celestia up 11%, Injective up 9%, SEI up 8%, Lido DAO up 5%. So there has been some movement today. So please don't forget, although Bitcoin's doing some bad stuff here, it's looking pretty I would say right now, but overall, remember, we were just at like 70,000. We're fine. And on the other side here, Stellar down 10%, Sandbox down 11%, Dog with Hat down 9%, Mana down 8%, Quant down 7%, WorldCoin down 6%, and BitTorrent down 6%. Right? A lot of green here for the last 7 days, so I'm not really concerned, especially with Sandbox. Look at that, Sandbox and Stellar. Stellar's up at 90% still in the last 7 days, and that's after it lost 12% today. Sandbox is still up 76% after losing 11% today. So I think overall, guys, things are still rocking pretty smoothly here. As far as X, I was trying to find if there's any big news here, but all it was pretty much memes. You know, new traders after buying their first Bitcoin at 99K. yeah, you're going to be pretty somber, I would have to say. But again, who cares? 93K Bitcoin last week versus 93K Bitcoin this week. I feel like that's how fast our mood shifts in cryptocurrency, and I think it's because we were all very much hoping for Bitcoin to break out above $100,000. That would have been peak Bitcoin for the year. That would have been one of those big moments that we would have all celebrated as a community. But unfortunately for now, we're about $7,000 away from it. Not really a lot, but looking at the drop we had, things become more questionable. People get a little more iffy and stuff like that, which is fine. Hey Jimbo, wasn't a very strong level. I mean, if you look at it right here, I mean, it took maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 days before we got a big push above it. So it did take a week to break down below it, or excuse me, break above it. The concern I have with just using this Fibonacci level right now is we have one of our favorite tools coming up, which is the 20-day moving average here. Hasn't been as reliable as of late, but just right here. Usually though, when we're around it, we do see a lot more volatility, a lot more volatility, a lot more volatility, more volatility, more volatility. So I think we're going to still expect some larger moves regardless of what happens here. So I have like a real lack of sleep deficiency right now because I had to drop my car for the mechanic earlier. Yeah, regardless of which way we go here, it is going to be very volatile. However, again, if we were to break down below this 20-day moving average, we're most likely heading towards about $86,500, right? And that's about, what is that, $6,000 less than where we are now. That's a pretty freaking drop. On the other hand here, if we can find a way to bounce going into today, I do think there's something for a price target around $95,000 to $96,000 if you were to buy right now. This is much more risky of a play, so you're probably just going to want to have a tight stop loss like we talked about before. But that's kind of the play that's happening. At best right now, I think I see something of maybe a possible double top happening where we have an opportunity to break out of that maybe. But for most of you guys that like to do those swing trades and not necessarily be holding for just 20 to 30 hours, this is kind of a time where you guys are still just putting your feet up and waiting for an opportunity that says, hey, here, the 4-hour chart is bullish now, you can buy. The daily chart's bullish now, you can buy. The weekly chart's still bullish now, you can buy. We're not going to have that for probably a few more days, so it's going to kind of get boring again. I mean, I wish I had the, I could say like, oh, buy now, buy now, buy now. But I gave you guys an opportunity, like a strategy, if you guys wanted to buy now, but it's a short-term one. And then again, like, I mean, we preemptively talked about this because, we were scaling out and stuff. A lot of my stop losses, unfortunately, got hit. I mean, they're all profitable, but still, one of the things here is that altcoins, of course, are going to have some of those larger moves down. So if I were to point this out very fast, this is Bitcoin's daily chart. How about I go over here and I make this into this one? That way you guys can see the full screen. There you go. Okay. So Ethereum, right? Still doing okay. It's a little bit oversold compared to Bitcoin, so that's fine. Solana came down pretty hard, unfortunately, after breaking out above that Fibonacci level. Dogecoin came down pretty hard. It was breaking out. It was looking very good, but as soon as Bitcoin stalled out, Dog with Hat been coming down for a minute. Bonk came down. Miro came down. Baby Doge, STMX, or XTMX actually making a pump here. Book of Meme down. Sheeb sideways, not bad. Pepe coming down. My stop loss got hit on that one, but again, I sold out most of mine up here. Floki down. Milady down. All right, so what am I doing? I'm just dollar cost averaging these things because I don't want to buy up here. I wanted to at least want to have some type of discount. ADA came down a little bit, still holding on, but still overall coming down. AMP came down a little bit here. Ape started to come back down a little bit. So you are seeing that movement on the downward side for a lot of altcoins. I'm just taking advantage of those dips because, I was looking to buy more tokens, and all of a sudden all these tokens started to run up after the election. And, some of us, instead of FOMOing in, right, we just want to dip our feet into some of these extra tokens here. No cigar? No, I don't smoke cigars all too often. I have this little fan and humidor thing set up here. But usually I try not to smell up the house too much with cigars, too much. And also, guys, I am just exhausted. It was such a crazy week. I had so many little errands to run, and then my car broke, and then like in many different ways, like my brakes were like, I guess, really shitty, and I didn't know about it because I just adjust to how hard it is to push my brakes. So I had to get new brakes, new routers, new something else that has to go with my tires. I got that. Then I also had them fix my heater because I guess my heater was old in my car, and it, like, the circuits got so hot that it fused together. So I needed a new heater and some other stuff to go along with the heater. So was without a car. I was Ubering places because I still had to go places, and I don't live like exactly by civilization. So even as I took an Uber to go pick up my car a few minutes ago, I still had to wait like 25 minutes for the Uber to even arrive. And then, you know, I had to like get all the way over there, and it's just like, it's like hours. It's like when you go back to like being a kid and riding public transportation, where you just know it's going to take hours to get to a destination. Then you're going to spend a few hours at your destination. Then you're going to spend hours on the bus getting back home with the walking and stuff. It's like, ugh. So yeah, my whole weekend was just like, let's try to find a way to get here through using Uber. But then like, oh, what if nobody accepts my Uber ride? Just complete chaos. Should I 20x long Cardano isolated? If you want a day trade, that's an opening right there, right at this point in time. But it's a highly risky one because Bitcoin just entered a short-term bearish zone. You know, you could probably do a contrarian trade right there, I would say. Historically, Black Friday is a terrible drop for crypto. There's another 20 drop coming. Like a 20K drop or a 20% drop. That 100K spot feels like 69,420 last year. It does feel like that a little bit. Man, I'm hoping we still have some upward swing here. Because again, I told you guys, I've only started to just scale out of my long-term Bitcoin here. I definitely want the market to continue going on longer than that. I wonder if we're just taking a big breath. That's kind of what it feels like to me. I'm not really stressed about this one. Mostly because, you know, again, I talked about scaling out so many of the meme coins and other trades last week. I'm not really like in the process of losing large amounts of profit because I didn't sell, even though my stop loss is sold, which hurt. But again, I'm hurt as I, you know, wipe my wounds with $100 bills. But right now, yeah, a little bit different. What about the Poll Daily chart? The Poll Daily chart just makes you want to buy and hold on. That's all it really makes you want to do. You zoom out here. Right. Every time I look at this chart, it's not really that I get happy about it. I'm like, okay, well, okay, before this big pop, we were like, we're at the low point here. You can dollar cost average heavily into this and just wait for the pop. Now it's more like, okay, let's see what happens. You know, we're still in this downtrend here. There's not so much to be excited, but at least in the process of getting back up here, you know, to 90 cents, that's still almost 100% gain right there, like probably 85%-ish, 81%. So, you know, I mean, I'm not terribly concerned about it. I see we had a golden cross here. That's nice. Looks like we're going to have a golden cross between the 50 and the 200 here pretty soon. So I'd be happy to continue holding this. You do have some levels of resistance, and it seems like it's back over here on 76 cents. So if you wanted to buy right now, or at least dollar cost average with a shorter term plan in mind, you'd be averaging around 54, 55, maybe 52 cents, depending on, you know, what the price does. And you just be aiming to sell a little bit below that resistance level. So if resistance is at 76 cents, I'd sell at 73, 74 cents. It's stuff like that. That's how to be playing this right now. Not terrible, not good. You know, it's just kind of meh here, but you can see the potential for a larger move to come around. Because again, most people, you know, they're scaling out after a nice little pump that we saw. This move was up about 117% in just a couple months. I don't think the Fibonacci's played a huge role, but I can always double check. I didn't play a big role in this one. Yeah, I don't think so. It's like it's that random spike. Let's see. This one did a little bit better. I mean, it kind of honored some of them, kind of. At least that one was a little bit more forward, I would say. There you go. Yeah, it looks fine. Momentum, still okay, I would say. Not terrible, not good, just fine. 4-hour momentum is bearish, and the weekly momentum is bullish, so I like where it's going. I like where it's going. Oh, there is some resistance up here around 63 cents, so be careful of that. To me, though, that seems like a level we'd blast off, like blast through that level. So I'd still probably say, oh yeah, 73 cents is a good opportunity to at least scale. Like if you buy right now, scale out, or like dollar cost average, scale out 70% of my position on that point. And if it continues going higher, awesome. Because every consolidation level, you can always add more to the position, you know, kind of double down if you want to. But typically, I want to make sure that profit is locked in as much as possible. Because we still don't know exactly what Bitcoin's going to be doing. Short term is bearish, long term still remains bullish. But we just talked about buying some here, right? And then watching to see how it plays. We can always come back down to it tomorrow and see was it a good trade or not. Because again, if you wanted to buy right now, you want to be more aggressive. The aggressive play you're doing is buying right now, and then you're having a stop loss around 91,500, and then you're just waiting to see if it gets back up here towards like $96,000 basically, which is again $3,000 trade. You know, well, that's the move you're expecting to make here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin can get a good hum coming back today. Overall, maybe still bearish, but again, it doesn't matter all too much because of how volatile everything's been, and everybody still wants to buy a shit ton of Bitcoin, especially before the holidays kick in. Once the holidays kick in, guys, then we have to worry about, you know, are the markets open? Is there going to be ETFs going on? You know, is all the extra liquidity going to be there for us? You know, what's going on with it? But funny enough, since we started streaming, it's already been going up here. So I don't know if you guys even want to buy it after that little pump it had. And then Colin, appreciate the super chat. Hey, Michael, a 60K portfolio good at 22? It depends on the size. Like, what are you buying? Cryptocurrency, Forex type stuff. Usually, I would say for the age of 2022, it's way better than a lot of other people. You just have to make sure you keep on adjusting it, and that you slowly build up a more stable pile of just heavy dividend plays, like a small subside of your portfolio. But yeah, that's a lot of money. I didn't have 60K at the age of 22, right? I had a blitzkrieg of money coming at one point in my life, and that changed everything. But it's because I was so frugal, I didn't do shit. I lost a lot of friends by always working and not having any fun time. But that's freaking fantastic, dude. I think at the age of 22, my net worth, excluding my car, like everything I had, probably like $10,000, right? So you're on a really good path, a really good path. And there Bitcoin goes. Somebody had the same idea as me apparently. So we can keep track of this on the 5 as Bitcoin tries to pump back up here. And hey, Digital K, happy to see you, my man. And hey, Steve, happy to see you as always. Thanks for being a member. Uber in Tacoma area sucks. It very much does suck, and I'm not even in Tacoma. I'm south of Tacoma, so I'm kind of in the hillbilly zone. So Ubers don't want to come out here. But luckily, I was able to drop it off this morning. My grandmother picked me up in her Mercedes. We went over to Costco. Fun fact, if you guys go into Costco, Costco normally opens up at 10 a.m., but today, for the holidays, it opens up at 9 a.m. So we got there was like maybe 30 cars at 9 o'clock, but by the time we left around 10:30, every single spot was packed and people were rushing in there. So do yourself a favor. If you have to go to Costco, go there at 8:30 or 8:45, wait 15 to 30 minutes, get in front, get whatever you need, and get the fuck out of there because it was fucking horrible. I saw some of those Costco workers just getting freaking stressed. I saw them, like this guy just bought like 4 pallets of pumpkin pie. Not 1 pallet, not 2 pallets, not 3 pallets, but 4 pallets of pumpkin pie. And I'm like, where the fuck are you putting the pie? And he's like, oh yeah, so we leave all the pie on the side of this cooler area, but as the people take the pies, we just refill them left and right. And I was like, oh my fucking god. And I don't have pie obviously because I'm dieting, but like I didn't see the pumpkin pie and stuff. Those pies are $6. That is a fucking deal. But like my god, like I can never eat a whole pie like that. That's just too much. Yeah, no worries, discount. Let's see. I'm at 60K too, but that includes stocks and every asset I worked since I was 13 every day. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to work until I was like 18. Then I had to kind of like hide the fact that I had a job. But my parents always wanted me to like study, which was fine. But like, I hated college with a passion, so I was never any good at it. Remember, most people in the United States don't even have $600. There you go, right there, right? Just make sure you don't have any debt. Debt changes everything, because then you can go into the negative territory, especially if you're in college and you have all that student debt. Ooh, my God, that can kill you. That can just really put a hunker down on everything. Do I ever use Market Cipher? Yes, sirree. I am friends with Crypto Face. He's a chill guy. I do use it. I'm no expert in how to use it though, so don't I'm not an expert in it. But I do have it right here. Okay, bro. You gotta relax a little bit here. Good. Let me throw a teeny piece of a treat over there so you can go somewhere else for a second. All right. Pull that back in. He's sniffing my chest and getting my sweatshirt all wet and goopy because I was just got back from my grandmother's house a few minutes ago, and I had her little Shih Tzu dog on my chest to pet her, and now he just like, who the fuck is that dog? Who's that dog? Who's that dog? But yeah, so I got Market Cipher A and B on here. I know there's more Market Cipher tools, but I just don't know how to use them. And honestly, I think these are like when I was asking CryptoFace, I was like, hey, what should I learn to use? And he says just use Market Cipher A and B, and I use B more than A, I would say. But I got access to a bunch of them. I got access to all the Luxalgo ones, all the Market Cipher ones, the Sonar Lab ones, and the Chart Prime ones, it looks like. But they have Market Cipher DBSI, and they have Market Cipher SR as well. So let's get rid of all this stuff. This is Market Cipher SR. Let's go to maybe like a 15-minute chart, see how it's working out. 1 hour chart. Interesting. See, these types of things, I don't understand how to use them properly, because I feel like this is not telling you the future. I think it's telling you what happened in the past, right? But again, I don't know. The other one over here, Market Cipher DBSI. Yeah, numbers and whatnot. Nope. Goes way over my head. Market Cipher A, nice and easy. Sell signal happened right here. And right there, you had the flip of the momentum. That's more of my style of trading here. This may turn bullish again if we can break back above, but no buy signals have come in yet. We did have momentum shift back over here, which led to some money, and momentum shift over here, which led to some money. Momentum shift right here that led to a little bit of money. Again, short-term trades, but you know what I mean? It's there. But yeah, I've used it on occasion. But I'm no expert. Dip buyers rejoice, we're back in the launch zone. Well, hey, Havana, I know a lot of people right now, they're just going to be looking to dollar cost average, or they're not going to be doing anything at this point. My big thing is I'm just dollar cost averaging right now. I think that's the perfect thing to do at this point. You're not doing heavy dollar cost averaging. You're just adding to some of those light dollar cost averages that we've been talking about for the past few months, right? Bro, I know I smell like a different dog, but you're getting insane here. Yeah. It's a dog that he knows very well, that's why. But yeah. So that's kind of what's going on right now. Hey Michael, someone sent me Ethereum games. It's on Dex. I'm pretty sure it's a scam, but can I do anything with it? It shows 150K. If anybody ever drops something in one of my wallets, I never touch it. I think that's a rule of mine. You might be able to do something with it, but I asked a friend one time and he was like, just don't touch it. Just don't touch it. Don't do anything with it. And so I just don't do anything with it. But you could try, but it depends on the wallet, how much you trust and all that type of stuff. I just never touch anything on my wallets or anything new in there. I don't touch it. $93,400 is a pivot point. And we're getting close to it. I mean, we're pretty close. Again, I'm just hoping for something of a breakout here that starts to launch us back up here towards $96,000. That'd be a good short-term price target for me. Because I didn't change that, did I? No, still good. All right. I could definitely see us just having a big pop here before falling back down. Consolidation, breaking out sometime early December. I could see that. I could definitely see that. We've had that pattern so many times, it's insane, and it's just enough time for the daily momentum to get back on track. So we'll keep track of it, and I'll let you guys know how what I'm thinking here. But short term, yeah, I could definitely see a spike for today. It'd be short term, but I mean, who cares as long as you can try to time it. But again, that's more of an aggressive trade for people out there that want to take it. You got that trend line right there. We're probably going to dip back down a little bit later on. Maybe we'll have a larger push sometime tomorrow morning. I'm curious to see how today was compared to when we talk about the market sessions. Yeah, New York, everything went to shit. Up and down all around. Tokyo's chill right now. Tokyo was actually pretty exciting yesterday as well. Yeah, New York started and what happened? Yeah, so Tokyo was pretty chill. New York kind of crazy. Tokyo chill over here too. So maybe we might stay chill here, at least a little bit more movement, but maybe we'll just stay chill until about 5 o'clock in the morning according to this one, which is 8 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. All right, so push this back over. You would like to see a red weekly candle look healthy? See, when Bitcoin booms, though, it's not necessarily looking like a healthy chart. That's why it crashes so much over time. That's why we had such a crazy crash back over here in 2021. All right. We saw Bitcoin in a matter of like a couple weeks come back down like 31%. That is not a healthy drop. Right over here, within 1 week, Bitcoin fell 26%. Those are the type of crazy moves we see. We haven't seen a move like that happen so far, though. This candle that we're looking at right now, right? It's not anywhere near that type of size. The last time we had a big one is back over here, and I believe there was actually a news announcement causing this. As far as Germany, Mt. Gox, and all the chaos going around of just like selling large quantities of Bitcoin, and it did hurt the market. Don't get me wrong, it did hurt the market, but of course, now Germany's lost all that potential revenue there, and the way the world's going towards crypto. They're probably going to have to buy back that Bitcoin the next decade or so. And hey, when a Bitcoin falling wedge on the 4-hour chart going north, your friend or my friend, hey, if you want to make a trade, go for it. I mean, that's the first trade we talked about of the day. Buy, hold, have a price target of around $96,000. That wouldn't be a terrible thing to be going for at this point. Oh, and just an update, I will be putting out 2 videos a day, maybe 3 videos a day. I'm getting started with this. So far, the videos have been responded, or people have liked them, I would say, much more than the other content I put out there, which is always kind of nice to see, especially with all the testing and stuff I do. So if you guys see a video like this, where it has like a totally different thumbnail style, where it's like big money or holy shit, please, watch the video and let me know what you guys think. It's a simple process in my end where I'm just talking about what I see in the news. That way you guys can kind of see what my thoughts are about somebody else talking about a topic. So many times when I watch CNBC or Fox Business or Yahoo News or something, Bloomberg, I don't know. Yeah, Bloomberg's probably a better example. I typically disagree about, I disagree with the host a little bit, or not even the host, just the guest they have on that's a crypto expert. I'll usually disagree on about 10 to 20% of the things, most of the time. So I'm going to be making videos about those disagreements and things that I like, and kind of news that I find on CNBC, Bloomberg, and of course Fox Business. I think it'll be really fun to make videos out of that. And as time goes on, I'm going to start making some investments in there. And those investments are going to be for an editor to just do the simple work, because I know an editor can do simple stuff like that. It's finding the editors that do all the other crazy stuff that are going to drive me nuts. So we'll see how it goes. But if you guys see one, please make sure to watch it because I kind of share my thoughts and stuff like that. Hey, excellent. Hey, Michael, can you show me how you dollar cost average with leverage? I find it hard grasping concept. Well, it really depends on if you wanted to. Like, you don't have to dollar cost average with leverage. The way I will typically do it is it'll be like a 2x leverage or a 3x leverage. If you go any higher than that, you really have to believe that you're at the start of a larger rally, or we've kind of bottomed out a little bit. But as far as I'm concerned, typically it's small quantities of capital with, but it's like recurring, like every 5 days, every 7 days, you're going to buy this token, right? And it's going to be a $10 buy-in at 2x leverage, and you're just gonna keep on buying over and over and over and over again. And the thought is, if you do it in small proportions, you're not doing that one large position, so you're not taking the fees like from that one large position, which will be larger than, of course, little fee, little fee, little fee, little fee as you add them on. So it's like more of a different chart. So I'll do that, and then whenever it starts to spike, I'll just take the profit. And again, if it spikes up like 100%, it's gonna be able to more than enough pay for the fees and stuff like that. Then I just take the profit out there. The only difference is you don't scale out so much. You kind of just maybe have one scale level, two scale levels, and then you're pretty much done with the trade. You want to get out of it. I usually like to do those a lot more when I'm really confident about Bitcoin going higher. Every now and again I fuck up and I mess up the buying zone. Like I fucked up in April. I saw the Fibonacci level. It was like, we have enough good news, I think, to break above it, and we did not. So I lost some money doing some dollar cost averaging there, but it doesn't take a lot to get you going there, but it's small quantities of money with small leverage. So I guess the max I would say for most people is going to be 3x leverage. I've seen people do up to 10x leverage, but it's primarily on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Altcoins, they're too volatile, because if you have a lot of capital in there, you know, if you have a 10x leverage and your position goes down like 50% or something while you're waiting, you know, that could be kind of a fucked up situation while you have to wait for Bitcoin to make the good move. A good example for this would be like Dogecoin, or any token really, right? Imagine you start dollar cost averaging right here or over here. At one point, Dogecoin was down 52% from those highs we saw back in April. That can really fuck up your charts. But I think for most people, you know, you can go to crypto.com, Robinhood, Webull, any of the exchanges that got listed down below. You can just go with spot, you know what I mean? Spot account, buy them and wait. You're not going to be able to see like the profit of like $5,000, the profit of plus $100, something like that, you know, the percentage profit. But that's okay, you know. I mean, if you really want to see that, go to Robinhood or Coinbase or crypto.com. Right now, crypto.com is becoming my favorite, but Coinbase is the easiest still to use, right? So you've been compounding gains, but I'll deal with the taxman in April. You got to get yourself a nice tax guy. Multiplying the hoard on this volatility back to 37.48 on the Doge was a pleasant opportunity to increase my total coins by 20%. That's not bad at all. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been looking at things like Dogecoin here that's been popping off. You know, it's okay to scale out of some Dogecoin if you guys want to. If you guys bought a few weeks ago, it's definitely an okay opportunity to do that. I'm pretty simple when it comes to, you know, buying and selling and that type of stuff. Don't want to be too greedy. And again, that's why we were talking about scaling out the last few days, or not last week, right? Just in case something like this happens. You want to be prepared. What do you think about Bonk? Dollar cost average it, let it ride later on, but it is still primed to have a pretty big move down the road here. See, just another Bonk question. Yep, same thing. Just going to let it ride. Looking at it right now, it's a little more bearish, 1.68%. Yeah, it's definitely just something you want to hold to wait for that reversal. Well, it depends on the type of trade. If you're day trading it, it's actually pretty fun right now from what I've seen. Swing trading, it's probably not something you'd want to be holding unless you are still in the profit at this point, like you bought it a while ago and it's still making some good move. But you do want to have a stop loss there for long-term investing, like over, like you've been holding this for over a year plus. Yeah, you're not even phased by this move right now. And hey, Hering, happy to see you, man. Holy crap, Cash App is such a ripoff. I only have to send my nephew money, but I took a 150 ball. Oh, Cash App? Yeah, I don't use Cash App. Cash App's UI looks very disgusting. Very, very, very disgusting. I like Venmo, the streamline of it, or I like PayPal. But Venmo's always been a little bit just faster and easier to use. So I'm more of a Venmo guy myself. Hello, do you want another treat? Oh, he's being such a good boy here today, guys. You guys can here, hold on. Maybe I can go over here. Scoot. Ooh. Oh, okay. Gotta move though. Oof. He's not letting me get back into my spot. Okay, bath. Okay, good. You already ate it. Damn, that was fast. All right, but yeah. Ba-ba-doo-ba-doo. Probably best to go through here very fast. Now I want to see if there's any more Bitcoin news here. Donald Trump says, "I would like to wish our great Bitcoiners are happy." That's from the October 31st. God damn, X is so slow on the website. The app is beautiful, but the website definitely needs some work. Cardano founder, it is my belief that Bitcoin will go to 250,000 to 500,000 within the next 12 to 24 months. That is a bold claim. I don't know. I still have these worries about the economy in the back of my head, if that makes sense. Like I'm always like the economy is very fragile right now, and I really want Jerome Powell to lower rates a little bit more quickly than he has been. I'm okay if we have a slight uptick in inflation, as long as people aren't afraid of losing their jobs. This wasn't right. Target had earnings. They went from 156 down to 121. So that was they're down 15% for the month. But the last few days they're down like 20%, right? Who shops at Target? I would say the middle class shops at Target, right? So the fact that they're not making much money, they have less traffic and stuff. That's not making me want to buy Target. That's like, what's happening with the overall economy? So I still have those concerns. I'm not going to be like a fear monger type guy, but I have them, right? I have them. But again, back in 2020, 2021, I mean, the whole economy, the market was all fucked up because of COVID. So we'll see. Cash App charges 2% fee, not 0.002 2GT%. Still had 180 from the 150, but motherfucker charged 2% both ways. Oh, interesting. And hey, Pokemon, you bought some ass. What's it here? You can always send off a Cash App and sell elsewhere, right? I don't know. I've never done cryptocurrency on Cash App. Never done it. I just know the app Cash App. I've seen a lot of people use it. I used it a while ago to pay my friend for a. He made me this custom. Here. He made me this custom pick. I need to get a different one because this one doesn't work as well as I want it to because it only has one pick. But let me show you guys this. That. Right, and it's a holder for my cigar. Whatever that is. Oh. Glue, right? But yeah. So poke the cigar, and then what do you call? How do I there you go. Yeah, but you poke the cigar and you puff it out. That way you're not burning your fingers. And I burn my fingers a lot if I don't do that. So but yeah, that's kind of what's that's kind of what it's for. But that's the last time I used Cash App was for something like that. There they are. Target went woke and went broke. I feel like there is a reversal happening right now in American culture where we're kind of turning away from that more. I won't say we're turning away from woke. We're turning away from some of the more extreme side, the extreme parts of wokeness, I would say. You saw Disney starting to have a little bit more of a pivot now. We just had fucking Jaguar, right? Just had Jaguar. And Jaguar, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but I'll say this. They can come out with a horrible commercial that makes everybody laugh, but people are talking about it, right? But if they come out with a very good, and I mean good looking car, I mean, I think that's something to be said, right? I think that'd be good for them. Everything would kind of fall back into place. But now it's all about the car, all about the car. And I don't know if they're gonna make it. I don't know what the new Jaguar is gonna be. Actually, let me check out Jaguar very fast. This is why we can chill. This is part of the Bitcoin and chill. Jaguar. Okay, inspire like no other. Oh God, yeah. This whatever this car is, it feels. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I know it's a concept car, so it's not gonna be made. Vehicles. Right, and I don't like many of their cars because they're not like cars, but like they have the Jaguar E-Pace, fine. If that's what you like, that's a decent style. It looks okay. It looks fine. The Jaguar E-Pace, F-Pace. I don't know what the heck F-Pace means. Different, but Jaguar I-Pace, yuck. E-Pace, a little bit shorter. That's what it is. F-Type is something I'd buy. I'd probably get the XF here. It's a 4-door sedan. I like 4-door sedans over coupes. It's also like $20,000 cheaper as well. So, but that's all they sell is those 4 cars. Wow, yeah. So let's go with build our own. Let's see what we could do with a Jaguar here. Going to be some woke backlash, but it should be back to reasonable soon. Yeah, I mean, but again, the people that usually tell us what's right and what's wrong, nobody trusts them. Remember, the media lost so much credibility during this election cycle. I don't care if you guys like Trump or hate him, but the media was playing straight up games with everybody's emotions this year. Oh, man. SE, Dynamic R, sedan, okay. From $53,000, we could pay a little bit extra. We want this Santorini black. Freeze red. That's not a good red color. That's a horrible red color. Gray. Carpathian gray. That's not bad. British racing green. Pontifino blue. No, I'd go with the black. Yeah, I'd go with the black. All right, next step. Let's see. Black exterior package. Bright exterior pack. So on some chrome over black, yeah, I'd pay the extra money for that. Actually, this car is really affordable. I don't know much about Jaguars, but it's never been on the top of my list. I'll get some fancy stylish rims. You never know what's going to happen with those. All right. Black contrast roof. That's not bad. Yeah, that could be pretty good. And then interior. That tan looks pretty good. One of my friends was showing me the interior of an orange car, and I really want an orange interior. It actually fit the Bitcoin theme as well. I'm in the process of getting a nice Bitcoin hat. Yeah, but you know, I don't want to deal with all this crap. But you know, it looks like the car is fine. It's just that I don't know. I mean, like, if I owned a Jaguar, I'd be so happy I don't have to update to the new logo. But yeah, I mean, even with all that stuff, it was like $57,000. That's not bad for a car at all. Not bad for a car at all. And if we do end up going into recession sometime in 2026, 2027, I don't know, with the tax cuts will make it pretty hard because people will be, you know, companies will be able to afford to have people. To a certain extent. I am curious to see if those cars will get much, much cheaper here. Much, much cheaper. Yeah, and Jaguar went tans, and I ain't taking a trans. Oh, that's a trans. I heard tans. What do you call? It's a very crazy thing. This the whole topic. I'm not even getting involved with it because I don't want to be canceled and all that shit. But yeah, it's just definitely a different type of thing. What's up? Best to use TradingView Living that has most coins. What's best to use to trading living in New York that has most coins? I do not know. I'm in Washington. You might try Weeks. I have a link to it down below, but I don't know. Maybe ZoomX is another one you might try, but I just don't know. There used to be more, but New York has cracked down. Like, I think it's like the hardest state to buy cryptocurrency in right now. But I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they'll change their ways here pretty soon. But with federal legislation, maybe that'll override some of the New York stuff for you. But I'm not entirely sure. What price should you be looking to take profits on bonk? It depends on what you're trading. Like, are you swing trading? Are you day trading it? Are you doing a long-term investment on it? All that stuff matters as far as what you're looking for there. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, the country, you know, we have that cultural pendulum that goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think we're all fine, you know, overall here. Just, you know, I don't know. I stay at home a lot. I don't got to worry about that type of shit. I heard people were going into that movie. Not Snow White. What's it called? The Wizard of Oz movie, right? And I heard that people were going in there into the movie theater and singing when the movie was going on, like actually singing along with the movie. And I was like, times have changed, guys. I'm turning old. I'm like, back in my day, fucking, singing in a movie theater is like bad. Like it's rude. I paid money to watch the movie, not to watch you with your horrible voice try to sing. You know what I mean? I'm turning old and grumpy these days, guys. Old and grumpy. Maybe not too grumpy, but what do you call them? Hope you're doing well on your weight loss journey. Hey, so yeah, I was gonna put out a video yesterday, but I gotta put it out probably today or tomorrow. It's been pretty good. Going to the gym a lot's been nice. Feel kind of more refreshed throughout the day. Instead of today, I'm just freaking beat. But for myself, as a treat, I got myself some of these. They're on sale on Amazon right now. I got. See, they're on sale for $200 instead of a normal $300. Where's the Sennheiser? Let's see. Headphones. There's nothing else besides headphones in that space, so. Application type. In-ear, there we go. Oh, it's not even showed on their website. Okay, whatever. It's called the Sennheiser Sound Support. They're a really nice little pair of headphones. I highly recommend them, especially since they're on sale. There you go. Amazon will pull up my address because I already bought from them. But yeah, they look like this. All right. They're really, really nice. I enjoy them a lot. My case is not a fabric case. It's kind of more of a rubbery case, I would say. I kind of like it more than this type of stuff because this gets dirty. But yeah, it's freaking fantastic. Great little birthday, not birthday, but a little nice little gift for myself for Black Friday. And hey, I'm very happy to see you. Just loaded up on chat to say, as a New Yorker, that Coinbase has quite a few cryptos and the fees are very low if you use post-only traders. Oh, there you go. I didn't even know Coinbase was allowed in New York. I thought for some reason it was not allowed in New York, so that's a good one right there. Loki. He's here. You can see his paws as he tries to clown me. Do you want a little bit of a treat to say hi? There he is. Oh, hello. Don't gotta be aggressive with it. I got him new treats because he already ate the other bag of treats. But these are duck. He's a big fan of duck and lamb. So he'll have some good stuff for a while here. Do I think Pepe will have a massive run? There's a lot of circulation on Robinhood as of now. It's something that I'll actively continue to dollar cost average. But to be honest, I just sold a shit ton of my Pepe because it hit my stop loss. I've had the stop loss open for like a week and a half, and it finally hit it because we bought before the big pump after the news on Robinhood, right? So yeah, I'm like pretty much like maybe like 75-80% out of it. I have a little bit left over, but my new stop loss is basically where I bought it. So if it goes all the way back down, which is rare, then I'll be completely out of it. Jim, I don't know much about Jim, but like most things, I'd probably just assume if you start dollar cost averaging, you should be fine. Most altcoins are a little bit more bearish than Bitcoin. The only reason you'd be so into them right now is if you see Bitcoin having a little bit more reversal. At this point, because Bitcoin is still relatively short-term bearish, I'm just going to wait a little bit longer before hopping into different tokens. Even something like Gem, I'd just be waiting a little bit longer. Let's see. I just traded a few sheep for some whiff because Robinhood added it, but I'm not expecting miracles. Just to diversify your dog money. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's so many dog tokens nowadays. You want to get the ones that you can that are on Robinhood or that are on Coinbase or that are on Crypto.com, right? Like the new one that just got a big push over the last few days was the Chill Guy meme coin. I don't know if you guys have heard about that one. The guy, like, it's like an animal that has like, it seems like a chill animal. It's just like has his hands in his pockets and just looking like, yeah, I'm chill. You know what I mean? So that's one that got pumped up, got in a lot of exchanges the last few days. It's hard to find them before they pop though. But I think what I'll try to do with you guys here in the future is if we see a new meme being born, I'll try my fastest to find the token that has a respectable market cap where you can go buy that at really fast. It'll be very, very difficult. I doubt we're going to find one, but like there's always a new meme coin that pops out of nowhere. You guys kind of have to be glued on X to kind of find out what it may be, but usually there's a little bit of a pump and then boom, there's an opportunity there to make some real good money. It is a very risky market to be a part of, but you could always, always hope, right? And hey, Bill, Showtime, thank you as always as being a member. Same to you, Ave. I appreciate both of you guys there. Oh, Rob. Oh, Jim. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I thought you were talking about the Jim coin. Yeah, as far as the Jim, it's been fine. The only thing about the Jim I don't like is it's on a main road, right? And so I can't go down them during rush hour because there's literally no way for me to turn against the traffic to go home. That's really the only thing I don't like about the Jim. Right now, I'd say most things are working out fine. I'm not doing as much walking. I've kind of moved over to biking because I fucked up my foot somehow and like the meat was like separating from the skin or something. So I was like, damn, if I've only been exercising for a few weeks and doing like, a lot of treadmill walking, I probably shouldn't be doing this much walking here. Maybe I'll just do a lot more biking for now. So I'm doing a lot more biking. I'm chilling out with my music, and then I basically just do one set of, is it going to be chest and arms or triceps and back, or it going to be, back and lower legs, all that type of stuff. But it's working out pretty well. Thank God I go to 24/7 gym. They cost a little bit more money, granted, but there's just something nice about being to say, hey, I can't go to the gym by 5 o'clock tonight or by 8 o'clock tonight. I still have the ability to go at midnight or something to make sure I get that workout out done for the day, right? Look at STMX. Yeah, we were just talking about that a few minutes ago. It's been having a pretty nice last few days. So let's go over here to the daily chart. This one still is pumping up. This is one where I actually still have a bag on it, pretty hefty bag. It's working out well. Might actually be breaking even right now. Wow. Okay, this actually a pretty good little pump here. But what you're seeing right now is basically a downtrend where it's trying to break out, right? That's the goal here. It may happen sometime over the next few weeks and months, probably next few weeks if we're lucky. But that push takes you up here to that next level of resistance, which is 42% improvement. The next one is 81% improvement. So things seem to be working out okay. Momentum is down on the weekly chart. I would say momentum isn't really a big factor here because it kind of pops up so suddenly, it looks like. Daily chart still looks like it's doing fine. Still grinding. This would definitely be a scale out point up here if you've been accumulating it all over here. But for somebody like me, and maybe even you, because I think you bought this kind of around the same time I have, I've been buying this in dollar cost average this for a long time. Over here, over here, over here. Actually, I stopped buying over here. Once it started pumping up, I stopped because it wasn't pumping up as much as I wanted it to back over here last year. So I gave up on it for the most part. I was like, you know what? I'll just hold it, wait for the altcoin season and see what happens with it. So far, it's doing okay. That next level of resistance, though, is going to be around the 0.009154 level. I'd be very cautious when we hit there because typically it can move so fast it maybe just taps it and comes right back down. For me, when I look at STMX, it's going to be one of those tokens where you kind of want to have preemptive stop losses and target price orders. You don't have to, but at least just being aware of what it's doing. Something like if it's really popping off one day, you'd probably just want to be watching that for part of your day in the corner of your eye, being like, okay, we're breaking down now I can finally sell that. I move like that. Still have no clue how people make coins. It's a pretty simple process nowadays, depending on which platform you start them on. I think Tron Sun Pump meme, you know, for the Tron one, I think it costs like $50 and like maybe 15 minutes of work, you know, make a new token like that. It can be simple nowadays. I'm not an expert though, so please don't ask me. I've never wanted to make a token. I think only time I talked about it was joking with you guys about Loki token or something. But I know, oh, who was it? Oh, who is it? Hawk Tour Girl said she's going to launch her own meme token, which again, she's trying to make as much money as possible while she's, you know, famous. But goddamn, talking about getting risky there. I mean, just like so much shit's going on. So much shit's going on. So I'm interested to see how her token does. But I mean, everybody's seen, like, it feels like it's just common knowledge that most meme coins and most tokens are used as a really fast X liquidity scheme. So like people prop up the token, and the people that own it, they rug them slowly rug, and they're basically just taking all the profit. But you're buying something, they're selling it, and they get the money immediately. And then if you're lucky, it keeps on going higher. But no matter what, they've made that initial profit. Hey Sheldon, I'm mostly focused on AI coins and meme coins. There are tokens like 88, XRP, and stuff I've been dollar cost averaging a little bit of, but primarily it's meme coins this cycle, specifically those of lower market caps that can really go boom. It's usually going to be something underneath $500 million market cap is something I'm buying right now. You could even go up to 750 million market cap if you want to, but it's typically of the lower size there. I couldn't get my STMX bag off Voyager in time. That still bothers me. Did you ever get any money back from Voyager? Hopefully you did. I'd buy Hawk Tour. You'd buy some Hawk Tour or the Hawk Tour meme coin? That's a different question right there. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on, everybody. I'm gonna call it a night here because I'm gonna try to go to sleep. I'm freaking exhausted. I gotta wake up early to get my car to the detailer because I gotta get my car detailed tomorrow too, and I gotta wake up early tomorrow to also empty my car of all the bullshit I have in there as well. So. It's going to be a long day, everybody. Tomorrow, long day tonight, a long night. Relax with Bitcoin. It's probably going to be a little bit more boring here for the next few hours, right? But, we're still short-term bearish here, so we definitely need to see some type of breakout, whether it's the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour chart. We need to see some type of breakout before you guys get too excited about this rebound. The last few days, the New York time has been the opportune time, and that New York time starts for us at 5 a.m. on the Pacific Coast, 8 a.m. on the East Coast. So if you guys are looking for something about, oh, look at this, you know, Bitcoin could be moving around that time, it's going to be those 2 times right there, right? So we'll see how it all works out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Sorry I'm tired. It's just been a freaking long week, but I want to make sure I can stream with you guys tomorrow. I'll stream with you guys Thursday, Friday, and then, of course, maybe Saturday. Maybe I'll take Sunday off or something. We'll have to wait and see. My sister's coming into town tomorrow, too, which throws everything into chaos.